Welcome back, everyone. Previously, we learned about static generation with data fetching using the getStaticProps function. We were able to fetch data from an API and provide it as props to the page by returning an object from the function. In this video, I want to highlight a few important details about this getStaticProps function. The first point is that getStaticProps runs only on the server side. And this is the reason when we console log the data, we see it in the terminal as opposed to the browser console. Which also implies that the function will never run client side. As a matter of fact, the code you write inside getStaticProps won't even be included in the JS bundle that is sent to the browser. This leads us to our second point. You can write server-side code directly in getStaticProps. So code that you would typically see in Node.js, like accessing the file system using the fs module or querying a database, can all be done inside getStaticProps. And if you were to import, let's say, the fs module to read from the file system, the code for fs module also will not be bundled as part of the code sent to the browser. Next.js is pretty smart when it comes to that. You also don't have to worry about including API keys in getStaticProps, as that won't make it to the browser either. The third point is an important one as well. The getStaticProps function is allowed only in a page and cannot be run from a regular component file. It is used only for pre-rendering and not client-side data fetching. In our example from the previous video, we can define getStaticProps in any file in the pages folder, but not in the components folder. The fourth point is that getStaticProps should return an object, and the object should contain a props key, which is in turn an object. Otherwise, Next.js will throw an error. In our example, we returned an object, and the object contained a props key, which was an object as well. The fifth and final point is that getStaticProps will run at build time. However, during development, that is, when you run yarn dev in the terminal, getStaticProps runs on every request. You're changing the code almost every minute, and it's only logical that Next.js has to run the function on every request. So there is a slight difference in dev and prod. But speaking of production, we haven't quite run the build command so far in this course, have we? So in the next video, let's build our Next.js application, which will also give us an insight into how pre-rendering with static generation works at build time. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.